What is method overloading? The process of writing more than one method with the same name and different parameters. Writing more than one method with the same name and different parameters is called as overloading. When multiple methods are doing the same operation, then it is recommended to use same name. That is called overloading. Overloading is the example for compile time polymorphism. So at the time of compilation only it will understand which method should be called by using this object. So that is overloading. Next to come to method overriding. What is method overriding? The process of writing same method in parent class and child class is called as method overriding. Now, in the parent class also M1 method is available. In the child class also M1 method is available. So when we go for overriding, priority will be given for which method? Child class. Always we are going to create the object for child class. Alright. Now, method overloading and method overriding we understood in the last session. In the string class, do we have overloaded methods? In the string class, do we have overloaded methods? Yes. In the string class, we are having overloaded methods as well as we are having overriding method also. Equals method. What is the difference between object class equals method and the string class equals method? Object class equals method. Object class equals method will compare address of the object. String class equals method will compare content of the object. Address of the object and content of the object. Perfect. Now guys, we are using inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. What is the encapsulation? Combining the variables and methods is called as encapsulation. Class is one example for encapsulation. Then inheritance. What is the purpose of inheritance? Right? Inheritance means reusability. The main purpose of inheritance is reusability. Inheriting the properties from one class to another class is called as inheritance. We will achieve that inheritance by using extends keyword. Right. Parent class will be available, child class will be available. Child class can access its own methods and it can access parent class methods also. Then after we discussed about polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism nothing but object is exhibiting multiple behaviors based on situation. If any object is exhibiting multiple behaviors based on the situation, it is called as polymorphism. Polymorphism divided into two types: compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism means at the compilation only it will understand which method we have to call. At the compilation only it will understand which method it has to call. So overloading is the example for polymorphism. Okay, then what is overriding? Overriding is the example for runtime polymorphism. When you write same method in the parent class and in the child class, then it is called overriding. In the runtime, JVM will understand whether to call child class method or parent class method. How the methods will be called in the inheritance? First it will check in the child current class object. If not available, check in the parent. If not available, check in the object class. Okay, good. Now, the main reason for going inheritance is code reusability. So here guys, we can achieve code reusability by using is a and has a relationship. So we have two types of relations in the Java classes. Types of relations. types of relations in Java classes. There are two types of relations available. One is called as is a relation. One is called is a relation. Second one is called has a relation. Is a relation and has a relation. In Java classes we can use below two types of relations. One is a relation, second one is as a relation. Is a relation is also called as inheritance. We already understood that. So what is a? Is a nothing but inheritance only. Why we are going for inheritance? Inheritance we are going for code reusability. Inheritance we are using for code reusability. Similarly, we are having has a relation. Has a relation is called as composition. Has a is called as a composition. Is a is called as a inheritance. Both are used for reusability. One class functionality I want to use in another class. So there is one class called student. Assume that. Or else let's assume there is one class available which is called user. Class available. Now here I have a student, I have a person, and I have a employee. Can I say student, person, employees are users? Can we say them they are users? Yes. Here how we will represent the relation? Student is a user, person is a user, employee is a user. So the type of relation will be represented. Student will extend the properties from the user, person will extend the properties from the user, employee also will extend the properties from the user. I can say like this: student is a user. Is it a valid relation? Student is a user only. My name is Ashok. I am a user. I am a student, but I am a user. So student is a user. So what is the relation between student and user? Is a. Student is extending the properties from user class. User is one class, student is one class, person is one class, employee is one class. So student is a user, and I can say person is a user, and I can say employee is a user. So what is the relation between these classes, guys? Is it parent-child relation? Yes or no? How we are representing parent and child relation? By using inheritance. That is called easy. What is the advantage of going for easier relation? What is the advantage of going for easier relation? The advantage of going for easier is code reusability. When you want to reuse one class code in another class, then we will go for easier relation. Now let me take some other examples. Now assume that there is a class available, that the class is called car. There is a class available car, and there is another class available which is engine. There is another class available which is engine. Now can I say car is a engine? Can I say car is a engine? Can I say car has a engine? Yes or no? Car has a engine. So car is one class, engine is one class. Car class want to access the code available in the engine. So engine class is having some functionality. Car class also having some functionality. In general life, if I want to start the car, engine is required. If I want to start the car, Engine is required. So how we will establish the relation between car and engine? Can you establish is a, or we need to establish has a relation? But for student and user, is a, because whatever the properties available in the user, all the user properties applicable for student. Whatever the properties available in the user, all the properties applicable for person. I am a user. Whatever the properties available in the user, I can inherit all the user properties. If one class want to use all the properties of another class, then we will go for is a relationship. Are you guys getting my point? Come on, man. When to go for is a relation? When we have is a and we have has a. So here I can say employee is a user. Employee is a user. Person is a user. Student is a user. But when it comes to the car, what I am telling here? Is a relation or has a relation? Has a relation. Now, when to go for is a, when to go for has a, when to go for is a and when to go for has a. If we want to use all the properties, everything, if you want to use all the properties of one class in the another class, then we will go for is a relation. When to go for has a relation? Some properties. I want to access engine class method in my car class. Engine class methods, I want few methods, not everything. Engine class methods I want to access in my car class. Then you will go for is a. Inheritance is the example for is a relation. Inheritance. Nothing but one class will extend the properties from another class. What is the example for has a? The example for has a is composition. Sir, already we know how to achieve inheritance, but how to achieve composition. Composition nothing but creating one class object in the another class is called composition. That's it. Did we create one class object in the another class? Already we created, but we don't know that. That is a composition. For example, here I am having a class called user. I am having a class called user. Inside the class, there is a method called speak method. Can user speak? User can speak. Now, user is having some ID. Int ID is available. String name is available. User can speak. System.out.println. System.out.println. Hi. Hi. My name. Hi. Hi. Just I can specify ID and I can specify my name. Is it valid? Is it valid or not? Yes. Hi. My ID and my name. Hi. My ID is ID space my name. Is it valid now? Yes, it is valid. User is having some properties and the user is having one method. User is having some properties. User is having some method. Now, I want to create a class called student. I want to use a class called student. Student also can have the ID. Student also can have the name. Student also can speak. Should I go for is a or has a? Why should I go for is a? All the properties of the user applicable for student also. Student extends user. Students extend user. Now, inside this public static void main, I'm going to create a main method here. Public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments. Student S is equal to new student. S dot ID. S dot ID. S dot name. S dot ID. S dot name. Can I call S dot speak also? Yes or no? Can I call S dot speak also? Yes. Why speak method? Is it available in our class or it is available in the super class? It is available in the parent class. Available in the parent class. Are you guys able to follow this? Right. So why I am going for extends? This is called is a relation. What is the relation, guys? Is a relation. I can say student is a user. Whatever the properties available in the user, all the properties are applicable for student. Whatever the properties available in the user, all the properties applicable for person. All the user properties applicable for employee. If one class wants to completely reuse the properties of another class, then we will go for is a relation. What is the example for is a? Inheritance is the example for is a relationship. When we talk about two classes, car is one class, engine is one class. In general, in the normal English, I can say person is a user, student is a user, employee is a user. Can I say car is a engine? Can I say car is, it is, grammar is wrong. English grammar also wrong. I cannot say car is a engine because car is one object, engine is one object. Car is not engine. Car has a engine. Car is having a engine. Are you getting my point? Right. How to achieve this composition? Let us see. I'm taking a class called engine. I'm taking a class called engine. Inside the engine class, I have a method called start method. I have a method called start method. System.out.println engine starting. Engine starting. So I'm writing an engine class. Inside the engine class, I can say that engine is having some ID, string, name of the engine, string, fuel type. ID, name available, fuel type is available, and there is a start method. Now here I'm going for car class. I'm creating a class called car. Inside the car class, I have a method called void drive method. There is a method called drive method is available. In order to drive the car, we need to start the engine. Is there any relation between engine class and car class as of now? No, there is no relation. Can I say car is a engine? No. What should I say? Car has a engine. When car class want to access engine class functionality, we will create engine is equal to new engine e dot start. E dot start. Then I will say my journey started. System.out.println journey started. Journey started. Here we can write public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments. Car C is equal to new car C dot drive. C dot drive. Now can I say car has a engine? Yes. So can I call it as a has a relation? Can I call this as a has a relation? Yes. What is the example for is a relation? What is the example for is a relation? Inheritance. So here has a relation example. Has a relation example. How we are establishing has a relation between the classes? By creating one class object in the another class, we are establishing has a relation. How we are establishing Is a relation between the classes. By extending the properties from one class to another class, we are establishing is a relation. Got my point? Yes. Yeah. Let me go to our IDE. All of you practiced overloading, overriding? Did you practice my task? I have given 3 programs. Did you complete them? ठीक है. Yeah. Okay. Guys, let me take an example. New class called engine. I'm taking a class called engine. Inside this engine class, I'm writing one method, void start method. Okay. System.out.println engine starting. System.out.println engine starting. This is engine class. Now I'm creating another class called car. Another class called car. Inside the car class, we have method called drive method. When I can drive the car, without starting the engine, can we drive the car? No. I need to drive the car. If I want to drive the car, I need to start the engine. To start the engine, there is a start method. Should I establish is a or has a? Has a. Because car is not engine. Car has a engine. How can I access one class method in the another class? By using is a, we can access. By using has a, we can access. So car class want to call engine class method. If there is an inheritance relation, we can access it. Otherwise, we need to create the object and we need to access. In the project, multiple Java classes will be available. What is a project? Collection of programs is called as a project. Collection of programs is called as project. One program, one class method we want to access in the another class. How many ways one Java class method we can access in another Java class? 2 ways. Either by using is a relation or by using has a relation. What relation I need to establish? Has a. How to establish a has a relation? By creating the object. Engine is equal to new engine. E dot start. Inside the car class method, I am creating the object for the engine class and I am calling the method. Next, once the engine start is completed, then I can say journey started. Once engine is started, then I can say journey started. Now, drive method is a static method or drive method is an instance method. Instance method. How to call that instance method? How to call the instance method? By creating the object. By creating the object, we can call the instance method. Now, car C is equal to new car C dot drive. C dot drive. First I am creating car object. Using that car object I am calling drive method. This method will execute. What is the logic in this method? I am creating engine object. Has a relation. Composition. Creating one Java class object in the another Java class is called as composition. By creating this object, I can call the method. Can I say this is also reusability? Can I say this is also reusability? So how can we reuse one class code in the another class? By using inheritance or by using composition. Inheritance means is a relation. Composition means has a relation. When to go for is a, when to go for has a? If one class want to access all the properties of another class, then we will go for is A. If one class want to access few properties of other class, then we will go for has A. Is A nothing but inheritance, has A nothing but composition. Is A we will achieve by using extends. Has A means create the object and call the methods. Are you guys clear? Good. So with this we understood what is a relation and what is has a relation. If one class want to extend all the properties of another class, then we will go for is a relation. Is a relation example. If one class want to access all the properties of another class, if one class wants to reuse all the properties of another class, then we will go for is a relation. We will go for is a relation. Is a relation we will achieve by using extends. Inheritance is the example. Inheritance is the example for is a. Inheritance is the example for is a relation. Okay. Next one. If one class want to reuse some properties of another class, if one class wants to reuse some properties of another class, then we will go for has a relation. If one class want to reuse some properties of another class, then we will go for has a relation. What is the example? Composition. Composition is the example for has a relation. Composition is the example for has a relation. Are you guys clear with this? Yes, perfect. Guys, if you see any toilet boards on the road, because we need a big classroom, today morning Java full stack house full. People are not able to sit in the classroom. We need to find a big classroom now. Isko hata dena. Yeah, the problem is if I can remove the partition, but the height of this is very less. The backside people cannot see the full projector. I think there should be some big height is required for the people. So I'm checking outside, is there any big classroom with 200 capacity we need now? Because next we are going to start advanced Java. So most of the people are waiting for advanced Java. So this batch people, morning batch people will come for my advanced Java. So this room is not sufficient. If you see any toilet boards on the road when you are coming, please let me know. We can see that. Yeah, sure. Sorry? And even today morning, all, yeah. We understood what is final keyword. In the Java, how many keywords available? How many keywords available? There are almost 50 plus keywords available in the Java. Final is one of the keyword. Okay. Final keyword we can use at 3 places. For the class, we can use the final. For the variable, you can use the final. For the method also, you can use the final. Final is a reserved keyword. Final is a reserved keyword in Java. We can use this keyword. We can use this keyword at 3 places. One is class level. A class can be declared as a final. A variable can be declared as a final. A method also can be declared as a final. Now the thing is, if you declare class as a final, that class will become immutable. You cannot extend the properties. I don't want anybody to extend the properties from my class. Then I will declare my class as a final. Okay, if you declare the class as a final classes nobody can extend. Let us go and see our JSE API. JSE API. Have you seen string class? Have you seen string class? Java.lang, and here we are having string class. 1 minute. String class. Can you see what is this string class? Final. Why they have given final for the string? You cannot extend the properties from the string class because it is a final. For final classes, inheritance is not possible. I don't want anybody to reuse my properties. They just create the object and call the method. I don't want any childs for me. I don't want any child classes for me. Then we will declare the class as a final. So if we declare final classes cannot be inherited. Final classes cannot be inherited. Final classes cannot be inherited. Next one, final variables. Final variables are nothing but constants. Final variable value cannot be modified, cannot be changed. If you declare any variable as a final variable, then you cannot re-initialize that variable. Once you declare the variable, initialize the value. Once you store the value, nobody can modify the value of your variable when you declare it as a final. Next one, final methods will not support overriding. Final methods cannot overridden. What is overriding? Writing same method in the parent class and in the child class is called overriding. I am a class. I don't want anybody to override my method. I don't support overriding. Then you can declare your method as a final method. What is a final? Come on, guys. Final is a reserved keyword in Java. Final is a reserved keyword in Java. We can use this keyword at 3 places. What are those 3 places? Class level, variable level, method level. When I should go for final at the class level, when I should go for class as a final classes cannot be inherited. Nobody can extend the properties from our final class. Let us see. Class car extends a string. Allowing or not allowing? Not allowing. See the error? Type car cannot subclass the final class string. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? String is a final class. String is a final class. We cannot extend the properties from string class. So if you don't want anybody to extend the properties from your class, then you need to go for final. Final classes cannot be inherited. What is the meaning of final variable? What is the meaning of final variable? Once you declare the variable as a final, you cannot modify the value. Now, see here, I am taking one variable as final I is equal final int I. Okay, so final integer I is available. Now I am storing some value I is equal to 10. Can I reinitialize that variable value? No, it is not allowing. What it is saying that? Can you see what it is saying that? Cannot be assigned. You cannot reinitialize the variable which is declared as a final. If any variable value is fixed, if any variable value is fixed, then you need to declare that as a final. Nobody can modify the value of the final variable. Now, final method. Let me go for SBI Bank. Yeah, SBI Bank extending. What I am doing here? Yeah, method is available here. method is available here. What I am doing? I am overriding. Parent class method I am writing in the child class. If you write same method in the parent class as well as in the child class, then that is called as overriding. But what RBI told is, hey, all the banks should follow same rate of interest, don't override my method. Now I have declared it as a final method. When I declare this method as a final, here I am getting the error. What is the error? Cannot override final method. So overriding is not supported for the final methods. Inheritance not supported for final classes. Inheritance not supported by final classes. Overriding not supported by final methods. Reinitialization not supported by final. Final means fixed. That's it. Final means fixed. Good. Yep. Read it. Final is a keyword in Java. We can use this keyword. We can use final keyword at 3 places. One is class level. Second one is variable level. Third one is method level. Final classes cannot be inherited. Will not support. Java will not support inheritance for final. Final variables are nothing but constants. Final variable value cannot be modified. Final method we cannot override. We cannot override final methods. Perfect. Next one. Let's go for abstraction. This is our last principle in the OOPS. What is that? Abstraction. Abstraction. The process of hiding unnecessary data and providing useful data is called as abstraction. Can you tell me the definition? The process of hiding unnecessary data. The process of hiding unnecessary data and providing only useful data. Providing only useful data is called as abstraction. Is called as abstraction. We can achieve the abstraction. We can achieve abstraction using interfaces and abstract classes. We can achieve abstraction using interfaces and abstract classes. Are you getting my point? Alright. So today we need to talk about interfaces and abstract classes. Interfaces and abstract classes. Let's talk about interface. Let's talk about interface. Before going to talk about the interfaces, I need to tell you the methods. What is abstract method and what is concrete method? Okay. So before going for the interfaces, we need to talk about method types. Already we know instance methods and static method. Now one more level down. Method types. In Java we can write two types of methods, guys. In Java we can write two types of methods. One is called concrete method. One is called concrete method. Second one is abstract method. Concrete method and abstract method is available. How many types of methods we can write, guys? We can write two types of method. We can write two types of methods. One is concrete method. Second one is abstract method. The method which contains body. Any method which contains body, that method is called as concrete method. The method which does not contain the body is called as abstract method. Method with body is called concrete. Method without body is called abstract. See here. What is concrete method? The method which contains body is called as concrete method. The method which does not contain the body, the method which does not contain body is called as abstract method. Is called as abstract method. Tell me guys, what is the difference between concrete method and abstract method? The method which contains the body is called concrete method. The method which does not contain the body is called abstract method. See the example here. I am writing public. What is the meaning of public? What is the meaning of public? Access modifier. Anybody can access inside the class and outside the class also. I'm taking public void M1. Open curly brace and closed curly brace. What these curly braces will represent? Body. Inside the body, you can write one line or you can write multiple lines also. As of now, every method we are writing is a concrete method. Every method we are writing is a concrete method. Method starting point, method ending point. Inside the method, logic is available. Any Java method which contains a body is called as concrete method. Right, M1. This curly brace you can write in the same line or you can write in the next line also. Valid. So this is a method which is having body. That's why it is called as concrete method. The method which does not contain the body is called as abstract method. Simple. Public void M2 end. Semicolon represents end of the statement. Semicolon represents end of the statement. Here public void M2. Body available or body not available? Body available or body not available? Body not available. If the body not available, then what is that method called? Abstract method. To represent this method as a abstract, we will write a keyword called abstract. We'll write a keyword called abstract. So when I am writing a keyword called abstract, that method is becoming abstract method. There is no body. So concrete method means normal methods which we are writing with the body. The method which contains the body is called concrete method. The method which does not contain the body is called abstract method. To write the abstract method, we are using a keyword called abstract keyword. Final is one keyword, abstract is also one keyword. What is the purpose of final keyword? Where I can use final? We can use the final at the class level, at the variable level, at the method level. If I use at the class level, that class will become immutable. Nobody can extend the properties from the final classes. We can't extend properties from final classes. Final classes are immutable. Final classes are immutable. We cannot extend that. That class functionality is fixed. Whatever the final class is there, that class functionality is fixed. You cannot modify that. What is the meaning of a final variable? What is the meaning of final variable? Final variables cannot be modified. Can I write like this? Public, class, user, extends, string. No, why? So this is invalid because the string is final class. String is final class. Final variables are nothing but constants. Now I am declaring public final int pi is equal to 3.14. Now that is a fixed value. Can I change the pi value? No, it is already fixed. Now if I try to store pi is equal to 4.32, is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Why? That is a final variable. We can final methods Final methods cannot overridden. We can't override the final methods in the subclasses. We cannot override final methods. Final methods will not support for overriding. Next one, we are trying to understand abstraction. Can you tell me what is abstraction? The process of hiding unnecessary data and providing only useful data is called as abstraction. How to achieve that abstraction? By using interfaces and abstract classes. We can achieve the abstraction by using interfaces and abstract classes. So before going to talk about the abstraction, we need to learn what is a concrete method and what is abstract method. When I can say my method is concrete, when I can say my method is concrete, the method which contains body is called as concrete method. How to write a body? Braces, starting, ending. The method which contains body is called as concrete method. The method which does not contain body is called as abstract method. How to create an abstract method? Abstract is a keyword. Abstract keyword is used to create abstract methods, abstract classes. A method can become abstract. A class also can become abstract. By using abstract keyword, we can create abstract methods and abstract classes. By using abstract keyword, we can create abstract methods and abstract classes. Are you comfortable? Yeah, just read it. What is abstraction? What is a concrete method? What is abstract method? Please read this, guys. What is the use of abstract method? Yeah, we'll come to that. Just we started introduction, right? We'll see what is the purpose of that. Completed? Yes. Now, let us see how I am writing abstract method. If you don't write also concrete. If the braces are available, that means it's concrete. Writing the lines in the body is optional. If you want, you can write or you can ignore. Still, that is called as concrete method. If you start and end the brace, whether you write the code or you don't write the code, it will be considered as a concrete method. We'll come to that point. We'll come to that point. When you go for interfaces, abstract keyword is optional. When you go for abstract classes, abstract keyword is mandate. We'll come to that. Okay? Chalo. Next, let's go for a concept called interfaces. Let's go for a concept called interfaces. Java interfaces. Why we are learning interfaces in the Java? To achieve abstraction. Why we are learning interfaces? To achieve abstraction. What interface is? Interface is going to hide unnecessary data and it will provide only useful data. Interfaces are used to hide unnecessary data and to provide only useful data. Java interfaces. interfaces are used to achieve loosely coupling. What is that, guys? Interfaces are used to achieve loosely coupling. Abstraction also we can achieve by using interfaces. The main advantage of the interface in the Java is loosely coupling. Sir, today we are assume that we are going to develop multiple classes. One Java class available and another Java class is available. Java class is there, another Java class is available. Now, if one Java class is directly communicating with another Java class, this is C1 and this is C2, nothing but class 1 and class 2. If one Java class is directly talking to another Java class, then that is called tightly coupling. Why? Because tomorrow if this class is deleted, can C1 execute? C1 is talking to C2. C1 is nothing but one class. C2 is nothing but one class. There are two classes available. C1 is talking to C2. One class is talking to another class directly. It can be an inheritance or it can be a composition. One Java class is talking to another Java class. If one Java class is directly talking to another Java class, those classes are tightly coupled. That means if C2 modified, can C1 execute? If C2 deleted, can C1 execute? No. Why? Dependency. That is, one class is dependent on the another class. If one class is directly dependent on the another class, then those classes are called tightly coupled classes. It is not at all recommended to develop the classes with tightly coupling. Are you getting my point? What is tightly coupling? What is tightly coupling? If one Java class is dependent on another Java class, then that is called tightly coupling. To avoid that tightly coupling, we are going to use interfaces. What is the concept, guys? Interfaces. By using interfaces, we can achieve loosely coupling. We'll talk about that. Fine. Interfaces contains only abstract methods. Interfaces contains only abstract methods. What is the meaning of abstract method? What is the meaning of abstract method? The method which does not contain the body is called abstract method. Guys, this statement is true up to Java 1.7. In the 1.8, so many changes happened in the Java. From the 1.8, we can write default and static methods also, but I am not going to cover 1.8 features now. You will get confused. Once our core Java is completed, we will spend 2 weeks only for Java 8 features. At that time, I will tell you what are the changes happened to the interfaces in the Java 1.8. Whatever the statement I am telling, this statement is true up to 1.7 version of Java. From 1.8, changes. What are those changes? We'll talk about in the Java 8 classes. For Java 8, separate classes will be there. At that time, we will understand what are the changes happened to the interfaces in the Java 1.8 version. For time being, understand that interfaces are used to achieve loosely coupling. Interfaces contains only abstract method up to 1.7 version of Java. So many changes happened to the interfaces in the 1.8. We will talk about them in the future. Once the interface is created, interface is created, then anybody can provide implementation for the interface. I am creating one interface. Now assume that I am from RBI Bank. I am from RBI Bank. So RBI Bank will decide set of rules which all banks should follow. When you want to decide some rules, then you can go for interface. Interface is used to achieve loosely coupling